And damaged Iran's largest uranium enrichment site, Natanz. Israel says it also attacked a facility near Isfahan. Giorgio Cafiero is the chief executive of...
Perfect time for her to start driving. Right after a couple glasses of wino. Okay, that's... Nobody take away her keys. Everybody stop. Nobody take away her keys.
It very clear to everyone in the neighborhood and really everyone around the world that waging such strikes against Iran, killing civilians in Tehran and other parts of the country, this is conduct that will result in very serious consequences. And I think the Iranian Supreme Leader is very serious when he says that his country is committed to making Israel suffer as a consequence of this aggression against Iran. However, we should also keep in mind that Israel, especially with all this support from the United States and other Western countries, has the ability to make Iran suffer a lot too. And I fear that we are at the beginning of what could be a drawn-out conflict with a tremendous amount of death and destruction that is yet to come.
Thank God I didn't
the trouble is, both sides have been threatening this kind of action for years. I mean, they've had ample time to prepare their responses.
Yes, you know, as I'm sure all your viewers are aware, for many years, these two countries were confronting each other in what so many called really a shadow war. And then it was a little more than a year ago, back in April 2024, when that shadow war gave way to really direct state-to-state confrontations. And that brought us into this period defined by the so-called
visual confirmation. Hakidia has been hit.
And now what we're seeing is a very,
Israel's most heavily
serious
defended, most central military base. I mean, we know that it's been hit.
Hostilities can escalate much further, and I think there is good reason to be concerned about this spilling into many other countries in the neighborhood, becoming much more of a regional, if not a global crisis. It is rather difficult for me to imagine de-escalation at any point soon. I think it is positive that Russia has offered to mediate. I think it's positive that President Trump had a conversation with the Emir of Qatar. The Qataris have always tried to play a back channel role between different countries in the region, different countries around the world, including between the U.S. and Iran. And I hope that some of these back channels can create an opportunity for some dialogue and some diplomacy.
Okay, it doesn't seem like anything's happening. If we're being real.
Hostilities, but to repeat, I'm not very optimistic about any de-escalation right now.
No, because one would wonder why Netanyahu would want to de-escalate when there was a channel for discussions and dialogue on the table already. I mean, on Sunday, there was supposed to be the 6th round of talks between the US and Iran about the nuclear program, the very nuclear program that Netanyahu is professing to want to destroy.
Well, yeah, you know, the whole idea of the U.S. and Iran engaging each other diplomatically on the nuclear file, also on non-nuclear files, the idea of tensions between the West and Iran decreasing, the idea of sanctions on Iran being lifted as a result of diplomacy, all of that constituted a nightmare scenario from the Netanyahu government's perspective. And I think one of the motivations, the key motivations that the Netanyahu government had for starting this war was to completely kill any hope for diplomacy between Iran and the West.
I hate how some Democratic candidates have actually been calling out Israel's genocide in Gaza, are now saying it's both Israel and Iran are attacking each other. Super disappointing. Yeah, I saw that. Kat Abuzalek had a take about it where she was like, Israel attacking Iran is fucked up, and so is Iran attacking Israel. And it's like, I'm sorry, there's no parity here. You know what I mean? There's literally no parity. It is a fucking sovereign nation state. It is a sovereign nation state that was attacked by America's attack dog while it is in the fucking process of doing an ethnic cleansing campaign.
So we're into a very complex moment here with the Trump administration.
It's ridiculous.
Trying to suggest perhaps too late
a completely unprovoked attack amidst Iran's best attempts to try and negotiate with the fucking animals that are the American government and the fucking animals that are the Israeli government. Completely ridiculous. There is no defense for this. And you will never, unfortunately, it is an indefensible position for Israel. And yet, as expected, the American media is giving full-throated defense to Israel. Okay? It's crazy.
Continue to try and get through air defenses, but at a startling moment, frankly, changed dynamics in the region, Jake.
Kylie, President Trump says that Iran needs to make a deal with the U.S., quote, before nothing is left. He also told CNN's Dana Bash that Iran should have listened to him on April 12th when he gave the 60-day warning to make the deal.
It's disappointing. My expectation isn't like American politicians or American candidates being like, talking about how may Allah guide the Iranian rockets or something. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking saying that. I'm not demanding that. That'd be ridiculous. But at least like keep your fucking criticisms to Israel alone, which is always the responsible party. And it is certainly the responsible party here as well. You know? It's fucking ridiculous. Like, what are we doing? Chuck Grassley, oh, my favorite poster. Iran was about to get 2 nukes last night. Israel acted to protect itself, but its action helps protect U.S. because Iran says death to Israel, death to America. My favorite poster. 92 years young, baby. They were literally 1 second away. Israeli police tell me 1 woman was killed and at least 20 people were wounded in the suburbs of Tel Aviv where a ballistic missile hit a residential building.
Into this building. This entire block has been destroyed, and there are currently crews that are going through all of the rubble. Every once in a while, they tell people to be silent. They are looking for survivors.
It's crazy because, once again, Iran doesn't have the same precise targeting capabilities that Israel has because Iran doesn't have access to the airspace near Israel in the way that Israel has access to the airspace above Iran. So when Iran is launching missiles, they're launching it from Iran, okay? When Israel is launching attacks on Tehran, it's launching attacks directly with precise munitions. That's the reason why when they take down an entire apartment complex, like that's unique. But then you'll see sometimes strikes that take out just the 1 floor, right? This is part of the reason why. Iran is just like targeting wherever it can in Tel Aviv.
And they will call out and then use.
Oh, so it's not Iran's fault they kill civilians? No, I mean, they're literally bombing Tel Aviv. They are bombing Tel Aviv. There are civilians in Tel Aviv. So, yes, it is still Iran's responsibility, 100%. Are you fucking joking, though? Like, do you have any number of smoke for Israel at all? Like, what the fuck is the expectation? That Israel is going to bomb Tehran, kill 78 people, and then in the process expect no retaliation? Like, what are we talking about? Is this anti-Semitism again? Is that what it is? Was Iran just anti-Semitically existing in Iran for thousands of years before the Israeli nation state even developed 77 fucking years ago, waiting for the opportune moment to be anti-Semitic? And that Israel had no option but to bomb Tehran, but to bomb Iran? While it's in the process of doing fucking ethnic cleansing in Gaza and bombing Lebanon, bombing Syria, occupying Syria. Really? That's your assessment here. What the fuck are we talking about? This death is in the hands of the Israeli state. Every single death is in the hands of the Israeli state. Was Iran bombing Israel yesterday? Was Iran bombing Israel the day prior? Has Iran ever deployed rockets in the direction of Israel without provocation from the state of Israel? What the fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about?